We are often told that the scientific consensus on human-caused global warming is high.
The debate is settled.
That 97% of scientists agree. But is that really true?
You want answers?
You don't want the truth.
It's really happening.
You understand.
You make up your own truth.
For the sake of our children and our future.
Everyone tells you what to do and what's good for you.
You can't handle the truth.
They don't want you to find your own answers. They want you to believe theirs.
People are dying.
Why are so many people going in the same direction? And why am I going in the opposite direction? Maybe someday I'll find out. When I first started to figure out what was up and down in the climate debate, one of the first blocks of information to pop up was this claim that the agreement among scientists on human-caused global warming was very high, a 97% consensus. This was claimed by a number of online videos, which were, of course, made by CHEW alarmist activists. They seemed, at first glance, to be conveying neutral scientific information. But I guess, in this day and age, you really don't know who to trust. The 97% claim is from a 2013 study, which has been one of the most cited studies in the media and from politicians.
A survey of thousands of scientific papers that took a position on climate change found that 97% endorsed the position that humans are causing global warming.
97% of peer-reviewed climate studies confirm that climate change is happening and that human activity is largely responsible.
But what is up and what is down? My understanding of agreement and consensus in general among scientists in any field is that they don't tend to agree a whole lot, and 97% seemed like a crazy high number, especially in a very divided debate with a lot of uncertainties, like the climate debate.
If we had definitive proof that CO2 was causing serious problems and we could prove it, don't you think they would write that down on a piece of paper somewhere so people could read it?
Now, let's take a deeper look at this survey. It is made by a guy named John Cook with others, and it focuses on scientific papers from a media database that have the word global warming named in their abstracts. If the authors of a paper were deemed to agree on human cause of global warming, the paper would be put in an endorse pile. If the authors did not say anything about a human cause, they were put in a no position pile. If the authors disagreed on human cause for global warming, the paper would be put in a reject pile. The biggest pile ended up being in the no position pile. As you can see in this beginning phase, the endorse pile was 32%, the no position pile 67%, and the reject pile 1%. But apparently, these numbers didn't appeal so much to the authors. So, what did they do? They discarded the no position pile, and then they only had the endorse pile and the reject pile left.
Wait a minute.
Out of them, 97% endorsed the position of human-caused global warming. But is this really a sound procedure?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why?
Well, maybe because this is statistical manipulation, and you wouldn't want to do that, would you? Now, who is the author of this survey, you say? It turns out John Cook is a climate activist who runs the website skepticalscience.com. Alright, you say, a website about skeptical science. Well, not quite. It is a deceptively titled website, as it is an alarmist activist website that is critical about skeptical science. On this site, John Cook used to describe himself as a self-employed cartoonist, but that description has since been changed. The co-authors of the survey are not really scientists either, but are amateur activists recruited through the Skeptical Science website. But that could all be well and fair, I guess, if the survey was conducted in a fair and honest way. But it has since been heavily criticized and debunked for low data quality, heavy bias, and manipulation. At least 5 separate studies have debunked the survey. Even within the ranks of the IPCC, there was criticism. A former lead author had this to say about the study. The 97% consensus article is poorly conceived, poorly designed, and poorly executed. It is the sign of the desperately poor level of public and policy debate in this country that the energy minister should cite it. One critique: a number of scientists were contacted to see if they were in agreement with where the survey had placed them. 63% of these scientists were in disagreement. But the heaviest criticism is probably this one. What was the central question in the survey?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
To end up in the endorsement pile, you only had to agree that CO2 is a greenhouse gas and that humans have played some role in observed climate change. Some role? But that is not what anyone is discussing. That is not the point of contention. A lot of skeptics in the non-consensus corner would agree to humans playing some role in global warming. The point of contention between the alarmists and the skeptics is whether or not man-made CO2 is making a major contribution to global warming and that it is dangerous. But that is not what this survey addresses. It only really addresses an issue which is largely unimportant and that everyone can agree upon. That's how they really get this higher number. But for a minute now, let's take it at face value. The survey says that 97% of scientists agree that humans have played some role in global warming. But do the politicians communicate exactly that, or do they add a little extra?
97% of peer-reviewed climate studies confirm that climate change is happening and that human activity is largely responsible.
97% of scientists the world over have said that climate change is urgent and man-made and must be addressed.
So 97% of scientists who have written in peer-reviewed journals saying the following: climate change is real, it is significantly caused by human activity, it is already causing devastating problems in our country, throughout the world.
If we look at the data in the survey, there are some surprising results. How many of the abstracts actually say that humans are a major cause of global warming?
Who knows?
Which, by the way, is the point of contention between skeptics and alarmists, and which is the IPCC position.
Here, what? Are you sure this line is clean? Yeah, of course I'm sure.
Only 0.3% expresses that explicitly. Which goes to show, I guess, that the criteria you set up make a world of difference. Also, if we look at the endorsing pile, 74% of that pile only implicitly endorsed the some global warming statement, which meant that they didn't say anything about a human causation in the abstract. But because of the subject matter, somehow they were viewed by the activists to support their claim implicitly. It could be a scientific paper about carbon taxation, for example. So, the typical endorsing paper would easily be 1. Irrelevant to the topic discussed. 2. Did not say anything about a human cause, but were still counted as evidence. So, all in all, it seems that the survey was really just activist propaganda with the direct purpose of misleading the public into believing that the consensus is much larger than it is.
I lied about that too.
This is also shown from another source. Someone hacked the Skeptical Science website and posted the closed forum chat online for everyone to see. Here, Jen Cook describes in detail how they are going to use the survey to promote their activist agenda, even before they have conducted the survey. Even though the survey has been debunked and criticized, the activists at Skeptical Science succeeded in their goal. They created a powerful propaganda weapon that is still cited and used to this day, and a part of the general discussion.
From this day forth, you put your faith in me.